The developing world offers abundant opportunities, yet is filled with risk. How can we take advantage of the opportunities while mitigating some of the risks? The International Finance Corporation provides the key. Opening doors is the mission of the International Finance Corporation. Its purpose is to promote private investment in the developing world, and by doing that, to reduce poverty and improve people's lives. IFC is part of the World Bank Group and has been investing in developing countries and encouraging others to do the same for almost 50 years.
For many participants in the private sector, there is a lack of knowledge or a lack of certainty in dealing with developing countries. And so what we hope to do in the case of our IFC B-loan program is to introduce lenders to appropriate possibilities in the developing world, and in so doing make it possible for borrowers to have access to a much broader range of financial institutions.
Infrastructure, power, manufacturing, agribusiness, and financial markets. The IFC syndication program finances projects in a broad range of industries and in developing countries throughout the world. These countries are seen as a perilous market for many lenders. The IFC umbrella offers a unique opportunity. With IFC, financial institutions can participate in loans that are carefully appraised and market priced in countries that otherwise would be evaluated as too risky. Since it began its syndication program in 1956, IFC has syndicated loans totaling over $21 billion. Nearly 200 commercial banks and institutional investors are partners in IFC's syndicated loans. When IFC syndicates a loan, the portion it lends for its own account is referred to as the A loan, while the portion it syndicates to banks is the B loan. There is no direct contractual relationship between the borrower and the participating banks. The key to reducing risk is IFC's position as a multilateral development institution. As such, it enjoys de facto preferred creditor status in its member countries.
Preferred creditor status is very important in some of these projects. Without a preferred creditor status, they would not be able to come to the market.
In the event of a foreign exchange crisis, IFC and its participants are given preferential access to foreign exchange. It's not a legal status, but this mitigation of transfer and convertibility risk has been consistently granted by governments and recognized by other creditors. In addition, many regulatory authorities exempt IFC B loans from mandatory country provisioning requirements.
Having a participation in the IFC loan has historically been tantamount to having a transfer and convertibility guarantee.
A favorable policy environment is crucial to promoting private investment. When appropriate, IFC and its colleagues at the World Bank work with member governments to resolve regulatory or policy problems.
Private banks are not as strong alone as with a partner like IFC in these projects.
There is also, at least in some transactions, what we would call a halo effect that the IFC can bring to a transaction. To some degree, it inhibits the government, for at least some transactions, from doing things that would adversely affect the credit of the borrower.
One of the most important roles of the IFC is the risk mitigation factor, which allows us to extend terms that would otherwise be difficult to extend because of provisioning requirements or inefficient use of capital.
IFC knows emerging markets because that is its only business. IFC makes careful decisions based on a detailed appraisal of the viability of every project.
We like the expertise that they bring to the process and the amount of due diligence that they've done.
It's the political risk aspect, but it's also the structuring of the loans, getting market intelligence of the emerging market, coming together with sponsors, and we think that the IFC is a perfect facilitator in this respect.
Promoting environmentally and socially sustainable investment is central to IFC's mandate. IFC seeks partners and encourages its partners to make sustainability an explicit part of their strategy. Focusing on best practices creates opportunities, reduces risks, and provides a competitive advantage. By emphasizing corporate governance and community development, business opportunities are enhanced, trust and partnerships with the local community are strengthened, and risk is reduced.
IFC is a very demanding organization as far as the technical standards, the environmental standards, and the social standards are top-notch.
The IFC's environmental stance is very important to Rabobank. We are perhaps unique in having a sustainable development department within the bank itself. From our perspective, it is extremely important to see that due diligence is done on the environmental impact of any project within which we're involved.
From offices in London, Hong Kong, Bangkok, and Washington, the IFC Syndications Department supervises each IFC B loan. It manages the disbursements and facilitates the relationships among participants. A B loan is an IFC loan, and IFC is responsible for its administration. At the same time, IFC works closely with its B loan partners throughout the project life. Participants are thoroughly informed and actively consulted.
We have found the staff to be very professional and very cooperative and always interested in our views and in what we can bring to the table.
Bankers that participate in IFC loans gather annually to exchange information, discuss market developments, and learn about potential opportunities.
In difficult situations or even in these workout situations that we were in, is to agree on a common set of goals. This holds true for the whole banking consortium, but even more in a consortium where IFC is in the lead.
Globalization has its own rules, logic, pressures, and incentives that will and do affect everyone's country, everyone's company, and everyone's community directly or indirectly.
The presence of this very large and impressive audience testifies to the important role that the IFC has played in encouraging financial flows.
I would like to encourage the IFC to bring business people, real business people, in this dialogue, because this business...
More and better communication between IFC and its financial partners improves loan administration and expands opportunities.
The IFC does a very good job with its participant meeting. They've, I think, attempted to address issues that are ones that are timely and ones that the participants care about.
An important element of this meeting is not only to see what happened in the past couple of years, but to see which projects are in the pipeline, which projects are already at a very advanced stage.
I think IFC's new website could be a very important and useful tool for us in the secondary market to find the purchaser, or if we'd like to purchase some IFC's asset on the secondary base. It should be very helpful for us.
It is a dynamic that works. IFC opens doors to new and exciting markets that its participants would not otherwise be able to enter. And the resources of the participants allow IFC to fulfill its mandate.
So it is a coming together of lender and borrower, a coming together of private sector and public sector, and all of that together providing a basis on which poverty could be addressed. But more than that, markets can be created, hope can be created, and peace can be strengthened.
The view is that the IFC is a good partner.
Working with IFC is for ABN AMRO Bank very important. It's a a long-standing relationship.
The IFC has proven historically that they can pave the way for private sector finance. We believe they have an incredibly important role in the future, not only in frontier markets, but in the development of new sectors of financial markets in many developing countries.
IFC began the B-loan program. We have the largest B-loan program. We were the first to securitize a B-loan and introduce B-loans to the capital markets. Now we're moving increasingly to an internet-based technology, both for primary syndication as well as for secondary sales. The participants have been extremely helpful for us in bringing to us ideas, and we work with them very closely in adapting the product.
The IFC B-Loan program delivers opportunity. Participants expand their services and make profitable loans. In turn, enterprises in developing countries get the chance to flourish and make a difference in people's lives. One open door leads to another.